Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's live stream, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so of course, it has always been great discussing potential deals that we're going to get over the line, potential things that are going to happen for this football club, you know, the exciting things. However, you do always expect things to go wrong and things to take twists, things to take turns. It doesn't necessarily mean that it wasn't true. As stated yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we reported to you via Inside Rangers sources that Rangers were in the mix to get this man, Damien Garcia, from Penarao out in Uruguay. Guys, if you are just piling in, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts on everything down there in the comments section below or in the live chat if you're watching on a replay. As stated, guys, yes, yesterday it did seem as though we were very, very close. Our sources were stating that Damien Garcia was on Rangers' radar and the club were very keen to get a deal complete. The 20-year-old Penarol midfielder was out of contract, or is out of contract in December 2024, but Rangers were looking to sign the player immediately. That's the news that we got with regards to Mr. Damien Garcia. However, it does seem as though a twist has emerged, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it does look like Damien Garcia will be signing a new contract with Penarol until December 2026. Yes, the player will have a salary increase and an exit clause of $10 million. Now, again, it's an interesting one because, of course, the news what we had earlier on today, it kind of makes some sense as well. But, of course, reports out in Uruguay are stating that he is going to be signing a new contract and he will be unveiled at Penarol tomorrow. And as I said, it's till December 2026 with the salary increase and the exit clause of $10 million. So, yeah, it does seem as though that's been closed according to reports out in Uruguay, meaning that Rangers will not be signing the player, which obviously is pretty gutting because I think a lot of the Rangers fans in the Rangers fan base, of course, were excited by this one. This one did look like a fairly exciting one for us. I did think it was a number 6 that we needed. However, the reports this morning stating that we were entered into talks with this guy over a potential contract. Could it be no coincidence? Of course, Rangers have had talks with Garcia and said that he's not going to be coming. And then, of course, turn their attention to Connor Barron. So maybe that's the situation at play at this moment in time. But again, guys, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reporting, as I always do every single transfer window, with regards to the sources that I trust in. You know, yesterday, Inside Rangers sources stated that the deal was something that Rangers wanted to do. I never said that it was a done deal. I never said it was close to being a done deal. I just said that Rangers were in negotiations to try and get a deal done. However, what we're starting to see out in Uruguay is that, of course, a big U-turn has taken place and that he'll be signing a contract at Penarol, which I don't really know why is happening. I don't really know what's going on with regards to that because, well, Penarol, I'm not being disrespectful to Uruguayan football, but a 20-year-old midfielder, if he wants to come and develop, what's he going to be doing at Penarol? That's the thing I can't quite grasp at this moment in time. What's he going to do at Penarol to sort of develop? I mean, the Uruguayan League, I've never heard of any team in the Uruguayan League. So, fairly surprised. I felt we could probably pay more money to him as well. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's coming from Uruguayan sources. Yesterday we got sources from Inside Rangers sources that we were kind of trying to do a deal. And then, of course, we're starting to hear this morning, that we're going in for Connor Barron. So, again, all these things could be adding up. Things could start to be taking a knock-on effect and all these kind of stuff. But yeah, I suppose fairly gutted, but you can't really get emotionally attached to a player that you've not signed in transfer window, which it just seems that we always kind of do in transfer windows. Like, I always go back to the old Joey Veerman days when we were linked to him and when we're going to get him, but it never happened. But yeah, gutted that we're obviously not going to get this one because I've seen a lot of fans raving about him. Look, I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert on the player, but it was a position that I felt that we needed to bolster, a number 6 position, a player that was a good young age, and a player that was being raved about quite a lot. So, yeah, fairly gutted about it. But again, Rangers can't use this as keep their head down. They've obviously got to look and go forward and still try and bolster that number 6 position. And that's probably why Connor Barron started to emerge as a potential target for us as a football club. So it's either, he's rebuffed us and now it's going to be going over to him. I don't know. It remains to be seen. But yeah, slightly gutted. But we'll find out. Again, it could take some more twists and turns. As I stated, guys, we haven't heard anything from our other sources with regards to this in Scotland. We've only heard stuff with regards to it out in Uruguay. But I do find it a little bit funny is that despite Inside Rangers sources stating that we were going in for the deal for Damien Garcia, no one in Uruguay was actually reporting Rangers' interest. No one was talking about Rangers' interest in the player. There was a lot of teams that were apparently interested in him. However, nothing emerged and stated that Garcia was a player that was of obvious links to Rangers out in Uruguay. They weren't saying that. It was just sort of our sources close to Rangers Football Club that were saying that at this moment in time. So, as blah 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 says, that's 2 players now. What's going on? I'm not too sure. I don't know what's going on. Why we keep getting rebuffed. But again, something obviously needs to try and change. But at this moment in time, guys, it does seem as though Damien Garcia is not going to be signing for Glasgow Rangers, despite speculation, despite links for him to join the club yesterday. It does seem as though he's going to be signing new and improved terms at Penarol, his current club in Uruguay, till 2026, and will now have a $10 million release clause in his contract. So, yeah. That's all I've got for you guys. That's all I've got for you. As stated here on RFC News, it's all about bringing you the most up-to-date information with regards to transfers. As I always keep saying, guys, I am not affiliated to the football club. I am not someone that pretends that they're in the know. But what I do have a good track record is looking at and going through the right sources, and over the last couple of years I've trusted all of these sources, and to be fair, usually get it always right when it comes to done dealing. And to be fair, at this moment in time, Uruguayan sources are stating that the deal is off. He is going to be signing for Penarol on a contract extension until December 2026. But we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow, because that's what their sources are stating, is that he will be unveiled, and it will be personally concluded on social media that they've signed a new contract on tomorrow, that he is signed until December 2026. So we'll have to wait and see with regards to it. But Rangers fans, do let me know your thoughts on the whole situation. We've still got a few other players in the pipeline, as stated. Yusuf Kadabaye looks like a player that is very, very close to being done. We've agreed a fee for him yesterday. Ramiari looks like, again, another player that could be joining very, very soon. And of course, today's news, Connor Barron. So, it's still positive. We still got players lined up, but it does seem as though Damien Garcia will not be joining Rangers, guys. Thank you, guys. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Look after yourselves. Peace.